Recently, the president was talking about Ron DeSantis and was kind of mocking him. Didn't really land that well with a lot of Republicans. Do you think he should be more supportive of Ron DeSantis?
I think so, especially in this time when we are already so divided. We don't need our party to be divided as well.
Welcome back to State in the Obvious. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In light of midterms, I wanted to make this video and talk about the former president, Trump, and where Republicans stand right now. Because I've seen a lot of commentary in the past few days, a lot of polls, and just people that are kind of unsatisfied with the direction of the Republican Party. So, yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is a tweet that I saw today, and this is from Steven Crowder. I'm sure many of you are familiar with him. But the tweet was a poll about who would you rather vote for as president, and the poll was 72% for Ron DeSantis, 28% for Donald Trump. This has, as of right now, has 55,757 votes. And it's just one of those things, right? Like, with midterms, some people were predicting a red wave, right? People were expecting such a massive victory. We saw all-time highs in polls regarding dissatisfaction with the direction of the country. We have a president with a pretty low approval rating, so some of these things would signify, worries over the economy, inflation, gas prices, etc., might signify a turning of the tides. And we just didn't see it, right? We saw, some people, I saw Ben Shapiro saying that 55 Senate seats for Republicans was not out of the question. And this just did not happen, right? It just did not happen. We have as of right now, we have a projection of 50 seats for Republicans in the Senate. So even split. The Republicans are supposed to take the House, but it's going to be a pretty minute minority. So it's just one of those things. It wasn't that great of a performance. And not only this, I recently hit a Trump rally in Dayton to ask people about what they thought about the president's comments about DeSantis. Recently, the president was talking about Ron DeSantis and was kind of mocking him. Didn't really land that well with a lot of Republicans. Do you think he should be more supportive of Ron DeSantis?
I think so, especially in this time when we are already so divided. We don't need our party to be divided as well.
A lot of Republicans said it was kind of a bad move to do that. Do you think President Trump should be more supportive of Ron DeSantis?
I do. I think so. I think sometimes he gets a little carried away, but.
And I might include a couple of those clips in this video, but most of the people, even at the Trump rally, even the people that were there to support the former president, did not like his comments mocking DeSantis when he called him DeSanctimonious. Again, Trump, came out yesterday and was in a seemingly very self-conscious, egotistical way, wanted to compare his votes in Florida from 2020 to what DeSantis got this time around in the midterms. So it's just a lot of factors. There's a lot of evidence building to signify that maybe that Trump is kind of falling off with Republicans. And I think this is valid because of this. If you look at DeSantis' numbers in Florida, he won the election by massive margins. I mean, 60-40. We don't see these kinds of numbers anymore in politics. I remember I was looking at presidential election numbers, and I remember back in 1980s, we had Reagan that did like a national sweep, pulled off some ridiculous numbers. We really don't see in modern politics these kind of overwhelming victories by one party or the other. Most of the time it's a couple points here and there, but DeSantis won a very overwhelming victory in Florida. It would signify that likely even some Democrats voted for DeSantis because it's just undeniable the job he's done as governor. He won 60-40, and the polls, I believe, are showing DeSantis up 4, 5 points, maybe 3 points. Some of these polls, he won by a large margin. And I think that's significant because I think that could signify what could happen in a general election if DeSantis were running for president. And another point I want to talk about in this video is the fact that, it's not even necessarily, when I say that Trump might be done with Republicans, I don't even necessarily think that it's because of Trump himself or his policies. It's just due to the news, due to whatever happened over the past 6 years, he has just been labeled successfully as an extremist. That name carries so much baggage, unfortunately, in politics, whether you support him or not. And it's just how it is. His name, anytime you say Trump, it's so controversial that people, you hear the phrase said, you either love him or hate him, like in many contexts, but this is literally a case of that. You either love him or you absolutely hate him, to the point where it's going to drive turnout in the elections to vote against him. And you could even argue that this midterm cycle was influenced by Trump himself to, drive out voter turnout for Democrats. So it's just one of those things. I think that as we go forward in the coming weeks and months, we'll see how the tides continue to shift as far as Trump goes. I know at his rally in Dayton, Ohio, the day before midterms, he said that he would be making a very, very big announcement on November 15th, which we can assume is going to be his announcing his candidacy for president. So, yeah, a lot of things coming in the days and weeks following. If we see, I heard people saying that Tucker Carlson might call out the former president this week, and it's just, it's crazy because, before midterms even, people were saying, the Republican Party is the Trump party. It's dominated by Trump, and, that's just him. But I think as time continues to move on, and as the Republican Party looks for a more moderate candidate, I think Ron DeSantis will potentially fill those shoes, and this could be the end of Trump and the Republican Party. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think it's a good thing that he's possibly fading out of the Republican Party? Do you think that DeSantis could even stand up in a general election? And what do you think about midterms? Let me know what you think about all these things down low in the comment section below. I love seeing your guys' comments, interacting with you guys. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching the video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it or took something from it. Subscribe here if you're new to State in the Obvious. This is Joseph Staten. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.